December 11th, 1978. 3:17 a.m. Lufthansa Cargo Building, 261, JFK International Airport, New York. Louis Werner is watching 6 armed men in ski masks walk past his supervisor's empty desk. They're carrying shotguns and 45 pistols. One of them just zip-tied the night security guard to a chair 30 feet from where Werner is standing. Werner can hear his own heartbeat. The fluorescent lights hum overhead. His mouth is dry. The lead man, tall, methodical, walks straight to the high-value storage vault. He doesn't ask for directions. He doesn't search. He walks like he's been here before. Because Werner drew him a map 6 weeks ago. The vault door is 24 inches of reinforced steel. It should take an hour to breach with cutting equipment. But Werner gave them the combination. The door swings open in 8 seconds. Inside, $5 million in untraceable cash and $875,000 in jewelry. More than any crew has ever stolen from an American airport. What Werner doesn't know is that within 2 months, 10 people connected to this heist will be murdered execution style. And the first name on that list will be the man he owes $20,000. Before we dive into the heist that became the bloodiest in New York mob history, hit that subscribe button. This one ends badly for everyone. Let me show you what $6 million buys you in 1978. A mansion in Long Island, political protection, retirement by 40, or if you're Louis Werner, it buys you a dead bookie, a life sentence, and a body count that terrifies the FBI. Building 261 at JFK isn't a passenger terminal. It's Lufthansa's cargo vault, a fortress designed to temporarily hold high-value international shipments. Cash from European banks, jewelry from Amsterdam dealers, untraceable bearer bonds. Everything that can't go through normal customs sits in this building for 6 to 12 hours before distribution. Every Monday morning, Lufthansa's Frankfurt flight lands at 2:47 a.m., carrying currency shipments for New York banks. The money sits in the vault until 8 a.m. when armored cars collect it. That 5-hour window holds between $3 and $8 million, depending on the week. Here's what makes this target perfect. JFK cargo security in 1978 is a joke. 1 guard per building, no cameras inside the vault. Alarms that connect to Port Authority police 4 miles away. Response time, 18 minutes. A good crew could be in and out in 12. But there's a problem. The vault requires 2 separate combinations. 1 for the outer door, 1 for the cage inside. Only 4 people know both codes. All of them are Lufthansa management with no criminal records and 0 reason to cooperate. Unless one of them has gambling debts, he can't pay. Think about that for a second. Every security system has a human backdoor. Louis Werner was a cargo supervisor for Lufthansa. He'd worked at JFK for 11 years. Clean record, decent salary, $32,000 annually. Married with 2 kids. But Werner had a problem. He couldn't stop betting on sports. Football, basketball, baseball, didn't matter. By October 1978, he owed his bookie, a mid-level mobster named Martin Krugman, $20,000. Krugman wanted payment. Werner didn't have it. So Krugman made a proposal. Give me the vault codes and a layout of Building 261. My crew will handle the rest. You get 10% of the take. Werner said yes. Krugman brought the opportunity to James "Jimmy the Gent" Burke, a Lucchese crime family associate who specialized in cargo heists. Burke had been stealing from JFK since 1967. But this was different. This was inside information on the biggest cash shipment of the year. Burke assembled a 6-man crew. Here's where it gets complicated. Tommy DeSimone was the muscle. Psychopath, 28 years old, already suspected in 4 murders. His job was to intimidate anyone who didn't cooperate fast enough. Angelo Sepe was the second gunman, Burke's protege. Trusted, Loyal, quiet, Joe Buddha Manry was the driver. He'd driven getaway vehicles for Burke since 1973. Never been caught. Louis Kafora was the inside coordinator. He'd handled logistics for Burke's previous JFK scores. His job was translating Werner's intel into an executable plan. Parnell Stacks Edwards was responsible for ditching the getaway van after the heist. Simple job. Critical job. Paolo Licastri was the sixth man, added at the last minute when Burke decided they needed extra hands to move the expected cash load. Werner's role was simple. Work your normal Sunday night shift. Make sure the freight supervisor leaves at midnight. Leave the side entrance unlocked. Disappear into the break room when the crew arrives. Plausible deniability. You were in the building, but you didn't see anything. $600,000 for providing information you already know. Not bad for a degenerate gambler. But here's the technical vulnerability Werner didn't consider. Cargo manifests. Every shipment has paperwork. If the December 11th manifest shows $6 million departed Frankfurt, but only $1 million arrived in New York, Lufthansa management will know exactly when and where it disappeared, and they'll interview everyone who worked that shift. December 10th, 1978. 11:43 p.m. Werner clocks in for his overnight shift at Building 261. His supervisor, Kerry Whalen, is working the first half of the night. Whalen leaves at midnight, exactly as Werner told Burke he would. Werner is now the senior person in the building. One security guard, a 56-year-old named Joe Murray, is the only other employee present. 12:37 a.m. Werner walks to the side entrance near the loading dock. He unlocks the door from the inside and disarms the pressure alarm. The door is now accessible from the outside without triggering any alerts. What Werner doesn't know is that 2 additional guards have been assigned to Building 261 this week due to increased holiday cargo volume. They're parked in a security vehicle outside. Burke's crew has no idea they're there. 3:04 a.m. Burke's crew pulls up in a black Econoline van. DeSimone and Sepe exit first, shotguns hidden under coats. They walk to the side entrance. It opens. They're inside. 3:09 a.m. DeSimone rounds a corner and finds the 2 additional guards sitting in the break area drinking coffee. The plan just went sideways. DeSimone levels his shotgun. On the floor, now. Both guards comply. Sepe zip ties their hands and feet. But now the crew has 4 hostages instead of 2. More people means more witnesses. More witnesses means more risk of identification. Burke makes a decision. Stick to the plan. Move fast. 3:12 a.m. The crew locates the vault. Werner has already retreated to the loading dock office, establishing his alibi. He hears voices, footsteps. He doesn't look. Burke approaches the vault door. He pulls out a piece of paper with Werner's handwritten combinations. First door, 381204. The lock clicks. Outer door opens. Second door, 729153. The inner cage unlocks. Inside, metal shelving units holding 72 canvas bags marked Deutsche Bundesbank. Each bag contains between $60,000 and $120,000 in U.S. currency. Untraceable bills, mostly 50s and 100s, plus 6 wooden crates marked Amsterdam Diamond Exchange. Burke's original plan was to take only cash, but the jewelry is sitting right there. He signals to grab it all. 3:19 a.m. The crew starts loading. Each canvas bag weighs between 18 and 22 pounds. They fill duffel bags, then carry those to the van. Monry keeps the engine running. Kafora times each trip with a stopwatch. They're averaging 90 seconds per load. But here's the first complication. There's more cash than they expected. The manifest listed $5 million. There's actually $5.8 million, plus the $875,000 in jewelry. The crew brought 6 duffel bags. They need 8. 3:24 a.m. Kafora finds extra bags in the Lufthansa break room. Laundry bags used for dirty uniforms. They'll work. He grabs 3:41 a.m. They've loaded everything. Total haul, $5.875 million in cash, $875,000 in jewelry, $6.75 million total, the largest cash robbery in American history at that point. Burke looks at the 4 zip-tied hostages. DeSimone wants to kill them. No witnesses. Burke says no. Killing guards brings federal heat they don't need. They leave everyone alive. 3:44 a.m. The crew exits through the side door. The van pulls away. JFK's perimeter road is empty. They're gone. What Burke doesn't know is that Parnell Stacks Edwards, whose only job was to ditch the van within 2 hours, is high on cocaine. He parks the van outside his girlfriend's apartment in Brooklyn and goes to sleep. The van, full of fingerprints and forensic evidence, sits on the street until 9:30 a.m. when NYPD finds it. By 6 a.m., FBI agents are interviewing everyone who worked at Building 261 that night. Werner tells them he was in the loading dock office during the robbery. Didn't see anything, didn't hear anything until it was over. But cargo manifests don't lie. The FBI knows exactly what was stolen and exactly who had access to vault codes. The list of suspects is 4 people long. Werner is third. On December 18th, 7 days after the heist, Parnell Stacks Edwards is found dead in his apartment. 6 gunshots to the head and chest. Tommy DeSimone killed him for leaving the van where police could process it. That's when the bloodbath starts. Martin Krugman, the bookie who connected Werner to Burke, disappears on January 6th, 1979. Body never found. Investigators believe Burke killed him to avoid paying Krugman his share. Joe Manry, the driver, is found in his car on May 16, 1979. 3 bullets in the back of the head. Louis Kafora and his wife disappear in March 1979. Both presumed dead. Angelo Sepe is shot dead in his driveway July 1984. Tommy DeSimone vanishes January 14, 1979. Presumed murdered by the Gambino family for an unrelated offense. Paolo Licastri disappears June 1979. What investigators believe happened? Burke systematically murdered everyone connected to the heist to eliminate witnesses and avoid splitting the money. The FBI estimates Burke kept $5.2 million for himself. He invested it in drug trafficking and loan sharking. Werner was arrested February 1979 after investigators matched his handwriting to notes found in Burke's home. He was convicted May 1979 and sentenced to 15 years. Released 91, died 2007. Burke was convicted of conspiracy in 1982, not for the heist itself, but for the murders that followed. He died in prison 1996. The $6.75 million was never recovered. The jewelry was never traced. Today, Building 261 still stands at JFK. It's been renovated 3 times. Lufthansa still uses it for cargo operations. But security has changed. Biometric access, facial recognition, real-time monitoring linked directly to federal law enforcement. The combination locks Werner gave up in 1978 are gone. Everything is digital now. But somewhere in New York, maybe in a safe deposit box, maybe buried in a Queens backyard, investigators believe at least $2 million from the Lufthansa heist still exists. Cash that was never laundered, never spent, just waiting. Werner got a $10,000 for his cooperation. He spent 15 years in prison. 10 people died, and every Monday morning at 2:47 a.m., another Lufthansa cargo plane lands at JFK carrying someone else's money. The vault door still locks. But trust, that stays broken.